Hey everybody, it's Doc. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to do part 2 of a project where we are going to wrap certain portions of the GR Corollas interior, in particular the pieces that are piano black and tend to smudge and show dust really easily. So we're going to put a matte black wrap on that. Full disclosure, this is the first time that I've ever done an actual wrap. I did one with my Tesla, but that was a pre-cut, pretty easy wrap to do. And again, it was covering up piano black. And we may learn some things together today, but we're going to work in the light box so you can see what I'm doing really well. First, I'll show you the tools that we need for the job, and then we'll just get to it. Probably a lot of it, unless there's something specific, I'll do high speed unless I get to a technical spot or a spot where I'm having problems. Certainly, if you guys are really good at wrapping or you have suggestions along the way, please throw them in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation and learn some stuff from you guys as well. So we're going to get to it. Come on. So here are the tools that I anticipate that we'll need to do the job. Initially, you want to make sure that you clean the items really well using isopropyl alcohol, and then something that doesn't produce a lot of lint. We'll be soaking the isopropyl alcohol in 2x2 gauze and then drying it off. What I have here is a baby diaper. I, for some reason, don't have a microfiber cloth around, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay because I think this will work really well. And then you'll need a couple of small tools for further disassembly to get the switches out and stuff. So we have a flathead screwdriver and a small Phillips head screwdriver. I think that's a number 1. A heat gun will be imperative. Heat is going to be your friend. You can probably get by with a hair dryer, but certainly an actual heat gun will be worthwhile. Pretty much all this stuff I'm going to throw links in, Amazon links in, so you can buy it. This is where I bought it. I am a complete novice when it comes to wrapping, so we'll see how well I do. And like I said, if I make mistakes, you guys will get to learn from them and won't have to redo stuff like I probably will. But in this little kit, we've got some little plastic tools here that kind of help just probably poke the wrap down into the corners and things like that. And then we've got this is basically like a big credit card with a little bit of Velcro smooth on it to help smooth that out. Another tool, I'm not sure what the difference is between the black tool and the blue tool because they both seem the same, except the blue tool has, they both have a little bit of curve, so I don't know. And then there's this tool, again, I think it's just for smoothing the wrap into areas where it may be hard to get into. And then a very nice, actually I'm very pleased with this, a very nice X-Acto knife with extra blades. So that's a pretty decent kit, and I don't think it was all that expensive. So that is what we need to do. We're going to start with something simple. I know you guys want to jump right into the center console, but again, I've never done this before. I've watched some videos on how to do it, so we'll see how we do. I think the easiest thing to start with will be the driver or passenger side panel here. And first we want to take the switches out because we don't want to be messing around with that. There's three Phillips head screws here. It looks like maybe some clips. Hopefully this just drops right out. Oh, I think it's going to pull right out. Oh, very nice. Okay. And then we have this piece, which appears to have a couple of small, maybe we just need to lift that up. There we go. Out she comes. You want to be very careful. This is where we apply our heat. My understanding that heat is your friend when it comes to wraps. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the hobby glasses on, and that's never a good sign because I have to do some really detailed work. So what I'm finding is I can't get the wrap, oh, my eye's sticking there. I can't get the wrap to basically stretch into these areas. So what I ended up having to do is cut it off from the edge. In order to get the edge straight, it takes a very steady hand. I'll show you here in just a second how to do it with the razor, but I highly recommend that you wear some magnifiers or some hobby loops like I have on. And actually I'm going to be doing another video on how to make yourself a good set of illuminated loops like this. It looks ridiculous, but they work really well. So I'll show you this technique. If you guys who do wraps for a living or are really good at it have any better ideas, please let me know. I know this isn't the perfect look, but I think once I get it all back together, it'll look pretty good. It'll look better than just a piano black. All right, so essentially the technique is, and we'll do it with this piece because this has like a little bowl underneath of it with a hole, and there's again no way we're going to get this to stretch into the area. So what you do, and to avoid scratching your piano black, which I did maybe in a couple little places, but like I said, where I make mistakes, you guys benefit so you don't have to make them. So I'd have a steady hand, I'd place it on the ground, I take this blade at a side and you keep it away from the edge and you run it very carefully like that. And you want to keep it really shallow. So you always have a smooth edge, so it doesn't look too janky. Turn. We're committed to this now. And you're just cutting the wrap. You're not cutting, or not having any chance of cutting the plastic. correct that a little bit. I think we got it. Looks a little janky right here, but otherwise it looks pretty good. Pretty even all the way around. I just got it a little crooked here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it necessarily. Not bad. This kit does have a very nice blade with it. I like it. There we go. And essentially, you're using the edge as your guide. And I don't know if eventually this will lift up and have to be redone, but it's all a great experiment. If we have to redo it someday, then maybe I'll redo it in that red carbon fiber that I like. A little blast of heat helps activate the adhesives. And there we have pretty much a finished piece. I'll put it back together here. Alright, so here we have the finished piece. I think it looks pretty good. You know, I don't know if the edges will stay where we want them, but time will tell. But overall, I think I did a pretty decent job for a beginner. We'll put it back in and see what it looks like in a little bit. Hey, it's Doc, and it is very windy out, but I wanted to pull the car outside so you could see better in natural light how everything turned out. We're going to start with the doors, which really turned out very good. So hang on just a second. Starting with the door trim, it turned out really nice. As you look at the handle, that looks really, really good. That looks like it came from the factory. I am loving that. That's really the way it should be. And then looking at the panel for the switches, turned out good too. I mean, you can see a little bit of a rough edge there. I mean, you have to look really close. And then, of course, the cup that I cut around because I couldn't get the wrap to go into the cup. And again, if you guys have any experience of wrapping, have any advice on that, certainly I'm willing to listen, and I would redo it in a heartbeat if it would turn out with a better result. So that's it for the doors.